One asset already in place was quarterback Troy Aikman. But the Cowboys acquired other commodities, such as running back Emmitt Smith, their #1 draft choice in 1990. Meanwhile, the R&D department was developing the great wide receiver Michael Irvin. Productivity increased dramatically. Nowadays, the corporate boardroom can look back on that bear of a season when they were the worst team in the league, because over the next 3 years, the Cowboys ascended to the top of the industry. Back-to-back Super. However, business took a slight downturn in 1994, and about to redirect the Dallas fortunes comes from Cowboys CEO Jerry Jones.
You know, when you come within 60 minutes of a Super Bowl, when you have tasted it but didn't get to touch it, just remind yourself of how bad it hurt. Remind yourself of how good it felt when you did win a Super Bowl. The combination of those things provide all of the impetus you need to want to win another one.
The new fiscal year is about to begin. The Dallas Cowboys' corporate goal for 1995 has been established: produce another Super Bowl season. The Dallas Cowboys face the New York Giants on the season premiere of ABC's Monday Night Football. Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, just across the Hudson River from New York City. Giant Stadium sold out, of course, 76,000 plus. A beautiful night for football. Temperature in the low 70s will drop into the 60s. Very little wind to affect this game. And a great matchup, the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Hello again, everyone. Frank Gifford with Al Michaels and Dan Deerdorf. Welcome to the Giants and the Cowboys here at Giant Stadium. And we kick off our 26th year of Monday Night Football. This is my 25th year in the booth, and I can honestly tell you there's still the magic, the excitement that goes with the Monday Night Football game, particularly when it matches somebody like the Cowboys and the Giants. The Giants 9-7 a year ago. They did not make the playoffs, but they feel from the top of this organization to the bottom that they have closed the gap somewhat on the Dallas Cowboys. We'll be finding out more about that as tonight moves along. Meanwhile, the Dallas Cowboys 12-4 last year. They won 2 Super Bowls, then gave up their Super Bowl shot last year to the 49ers, but they feel now that they have the players back. They feel they have the talent to get back in there once again, and in this era of the salary cap, they've done an amazing job in keeping all these people.
They have a happy silver anniversary.
Oh, thank you. Where's my silver cup?
It's coming to you at halftime. The one thing about the Cowboys, it's become fashionable to say this is finally Barry Switzer's team. He's in his 2nd year. In reality, it is Switzer's team, because of the 46 men they'll dress tonight, 19 did not even play for Jimmy Johnson 2 years ago. There's been that much turnover. But the key components are still there. Troy Aikman at quarterback, Emmitt Smith at running back, Michael Irvin at wide receiver, 8 Pro Bowlers on offense from last season. They're a great team, but like all of us, the Cowboys like to look to the future. They're looking to November 12th when they meet San Francisco in Dallas during the regular season, and into January 14th when they might meet the 49ers again in the NFC Championship game. But it's a long time between now and January, and the Cowboys will be well advised to think about tonight's game first, because they're playing a team on the road that figures to give them their most competition in the NFC East. The New York Giants, Dan, who last year were 9-7 and were up and down all over the joint. What kind of a Giant team do you expect in '95?
Well, I don't know what to expect, and I'm not sure Dan Reeves does either, Al, because it's been a wild preseason for the New York Giants. They've had lots of people hurt. Now, the defensive team is the strength of this team. They've lost some free agents, but I think replaced them very effectively with other free agents. It's a hard-hitting, aggressive unit, and for the Giants to have a chance to win tonight, they're going to have to play very, very well. The problem for the New York Giants is on offense. Offensive line, they have not had any continuity this entire preseason. They're finally going to field a starting unit tonight. Both their starting receivers have been hampered with hamstrings, and the biggest problem, quarterback Dave Brown has only played 5 quarters this preseason and thrown only 32 passes. You have to wonder whether he's ready. Dan Reeves, though, their head coach, is ready. He's 10-4 on opening day. Let's hope some of that magic
rubs off. Troy Aikman, first man picked in the draft in 1989, 2 Super Bowl rings, 7th year out of UCLA, the brilliant career, and behind him the great Emmitt Smith with Darryl Johnston, Irvin and Williams the wideouts. Harper is now in Tampa Bay. Novacek is the tight end. Tuanay, Newton, Donaldson, the new center. Allen and Eric Williams in a near-fatal auto accident last October. Played 1 preseason game last week, in the lineup at right tackle tonight. From the 25-yard line, Aikman will go right to the air with good protection and fires to the tight end.
A rare sighting, an Irvin drop.
2nd and 10 with Irvin wide left and Williams in the slot to the left, and Emmitt Smith's first carry of the season is one for the books. He's gone. Emmitt Smith out in front. Touchdown, Dallas.
Whoa.
Untouched, I believe, wasn't he?
I was just going to say, I thought the Cowboys would be going back to the running game. 2 straight passes.
I don't believe that Emmitt left a trail of broken tackles on his way to the end zone. I believe when we watch the replay of this, we will see textbook blocking by the Cowboy offensive line.
Just zone blocking, too. That's simple.
Pretty good job of Jesse Campbell getting picked off by the umpire, but still superbly blocked by the Cowboy offensive line. A disheartening opening series for the Giants on defense.
They're big and they're powerful, and they just did that straight away. Nothing fancy at all.
Chris Boniol for the extra point. We have played 3 minutes 4 seconds. Jay Novacek to hold. It's a cliche of the 90s to say one team would like to send the other a message. 2nd and 11. Aikman guns one, finds the open man at the 47, and that's Michael Irvin, who found the seam and picks up the first.
With Michael Irvin, they had to be separated, almost had a Donnybrook during a timeout.
2nd and 8. Here's Emmitt Smith. He picks up about 3 to the 40.
To go back into the Big Ten for another game. Oof. After losing to the Northwestern Wildcats in a colossal upset.
Here's Aikman on first down from the 35. Underneath to Novacek, and he's into Giants territory. Chased down by Tito Wooten at the 4.
Let's watch him off the line of scrimmage. Watching the linebacker to the inside, makes a little step around, right around Michael Brooks. Just hangs in there, knows he's the open man. And then after he catches the football, he can run with the football. Cardinals cut him a few years ago, back in 1990. Dan, he's caught over 300 balls since they released him.
He's actually a Plan B free agent, but you have to wonder, how could he be unprotected?
Final minute of the quarter. Aikman throws. There he is again. Novacek tackled at the 25-yard.
Looking for, I instantly go to number 84. Corey Miller doing his best to hang with him, grabbing his jersey, doing everything else, but still.
Joined the game from the owner's box. Second quarter begins with an Emmitt Smith carry through the middle to the 19-yard line of the Giants.
Agnew was there as well, and look at this. Emmitt Smith approaching 100 yards. And we're just barely into the second quarter.
The New York crowd with that throaty roar. They know this is a big play early in the game, and the Dallas Cowboys have another touchdown. Aikman to Irvin on a 3rd and 2 from the 7-yard line. Michael Irvin takes it into the end zone.
Simple little pad, a bit of a gap. Aikman with a fine shot, and Irvin does the rest.
Michael Brooks
play him a lot tighter when you get down around that goal line.
Brooks was the closest guy to him and tried to make the tackle, but didn't even get a piece of him.
Chris Boniol tacks on.
Man, he's in the booth a while ago. Quite a guy.
Dallas from the 41-yard line. Aikman throws. Michael Irvin makes the catch, and that's a first down in.
Who's been hurt most of the preseason and has gotten very little quality work in.
Emmitt Smith finds a hole, knifes to the 36-yard line. Corey Miller. First down from the 25-yard line. Over the middle, they set up the screen. Not a particularly good-looking screen, but it becomes a lot better.
He has to be with their receivers all the way.
3rd and 5. Johnston, and the Moose takes it to the half-yard line. He didn't get in, but it's a first and goal.
The bulk of the Cowboys.
Emmitt Smith untouched.
Look. Emmitt found a few cameras in the back of the end zone.
Well, it's the only time they'll play Broadway all year. Sending Moose Johnston flanked wide right. In a set we've not seen before. Kevin Williams in motion. Troy Aikman to throw. Comes back the other way. And Michael Irvin makes the catch. So they do all that razzle-dazzle and come back to their bread and butter.
For a while. Oh, is he special.
2nd and 14. Aikman over the middle. And there is Kevin Williams taking it to the 46.
Underneath, they're working to the outside. Not trying to go up high and get anything big.
Until now, when they go to Novacek to the 31-yard line. And that's another first down and a gain of 15 as Jesse Campbell makes the tackle.
Well, this is not a tight end beating a linebacker, as you so often see. The
Accurate passer he has ever seen in the game.
Emmitt Smith. Vintage Emmitt Smith. And they just do knock him out of bounds.
that arm. You got to come in low to him.
You got to be underneath it.
You got to be under it.
Second and goal. Smith 138 yards and seeking his third touchdown. And there is the hat trick for Emmitt Smith.
This is a whipping.
Did it go out in a blaze of glory if he won, or he'd say that his neck bothered him too much if he lost? And he said that speculation is crazy.
He's happy as a clam.
Yeah, I could see why somebody would want to quit coaching this totally untalented group of football players.
Bonio for the point after. And 11:03 remains in the third quarter. 3 touchdowns for Smith. Emmitt 78 in 78 games during his career. And the count 9:14 left in the third quarter. Dallas up 28-0. Underneath, Michael Irvin. Tackled from behind at the 37. 1st and 10 as they lead 48 or 28-0. It could be 48. It seems like it is. Will the Cowboys, as Emmitt Smith picks up 5, pick up Deion Sanders? That is the question. Will Aikman deep, and Michael Irvin with some wonderful ballet work. Toys with Thomas Randolph and makes a sensational catch.
We talked about it at the very beginning. Defender. Here he is working man on man with Randolph. Randolph gets beat initially. And look at this. That right hand just pushing his head away.
Very subtly.
Very subtle.
Was doing the tough work underneath. This is where Michael Irvin looked for him this season to get a lot more of these types of balls thrown his direction because of the absence of Harper.
Penalty on the play, offside against the Giants.
Oh, look at that concentration. Holds that thing and clutches it just with the right hand and the right forearm.
Well, Randolph's got a hold of his left arm.
But right here,
he takes it with his right arm.
From here, it's nothing but right arm. Look at that.
That's great athleticism.
Game is 4, held by several, including Emmitt Smith as of this moment. Emmitt Smith. That's the second time he has scored 4 touchdowns in the game. The other Cowboys to do it, Dwayne Thomas, Calvin Hill, Bob Hayes, and of all people, Dan Reeves as a Cowboy. 87-14, the composite score. How'd the Yankees do today? I think they won.
I think they won again.
They lost yesterday to the A's. Well, this one winding down, and Leon Lett and the Dallas Cowboys will have a fun trip back to DFW tonight. Switzer and the gang to take on the Denver Broncos. We will next see Dallas on a Monday night in November against the Philadelphia Eagles, and then we'll see them at the end of the year against the Arizona Cardinals on Christmas night. So Barry Switzer with a juggernaut again this year. The Cowboys beat the Giants 35-0. Next week we'll be in Chicago. It's the Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers. Until then, Al Michaels, Frank Gifford, Dan Deerdorf, Lynn Swan, good night from Giants Stadium.
Not good. Hi.
Labor Day is ending now as summer takes its final bow. We'll pay homage to Cal's great chase and check out the AL wildcard race, where the Yankees try to turn the tide. The Rangers can't run away and hide. And guess who's creeping up the other side? Are you ready for Monday night? Emmitt Smith, a TD in sight, Sunday's postmortems and new tidbits. How will the Steelers survive these hits? Monica pens another chapter. Could she take Huber? Yeah, she laughed her. But even though summer's ending this year, with fall approaching, you have nothing to fear. I'm running out of things to rhyme. SportsCenter is next. Good evening, good morning. Welcome to the big show alongside my tag team partner, Keith Oberman. I'm Dan Patrick.
Coming up on SportsCenter, the big games from the wild card races, AL and NL varieties. Will total up the body count from Sunday's NFL action. And it's a football team, it's a theme park, it's a controversy. It's all three in one. But first, well, Phil Simms looked pretty good.
Yes, he did. There was one quarterback on the field for the Giants. The Cowboys entered the 1995 season trying to keep Emmitt Smith healthy and hoping to make Deion Sanders happy. Mere days before number 21 announces his football future, number 22 paid a visit to the Meadowlands for a date with the Giants. Emmitt, his game face on. So did Troy. First quarter, no score. Troy, Emmitt, gone. 60 yards for the score. Switzer loves it. The Cowboys go up 7-0. Later in the first, Aikman decides to go up top. Jay Novacek. The short pass, he turns into a big gain. To the second quarter, same drive, 3rd and 2, Aikman, Michael Irvin. They make it look so easy. 14-0 boys. The first half, though, belonged to Emmitt. Fakes out Thomas Randolph, then goes out of bounds. He would have 100 yards before halftime. That set up 1st and goal. Guess who comes calling? Emmitt. In, out, in. 21-0 Cowboys. Scary moment for Dallas. Watch number 26, Kevin Smith, seemed to hurt his right foot. Still don't have a medical update on that injury. We hope to get that from Leslie Visser, who was at the Meadowlands. At halftime, Phil Simms honored, his jersey retired. There was one Giant quarterback on the field. Number 11 is retired, much to the chagrin of the packed stadium. Emmitt, they may want to retire his jersey after this performance. Another big gain goes out at the 1-yard line. That set up, who else? Emmitt. Do you think Emmitt answered some of his critics, his skeptics, who said he wasn't working hard in the offseason? 28-0 boys. They keep rolling. In the fourth, Aikman goes deep. Michael Irvin makes an incredible catch at the 1-yard line. Actually, for Michael Irvin, that's a Michael Irvin catch. Down to the 1, and yep, Emmitt again. 4th touchdown of the game, tying a Cowboy record. The former Cowboy Dan Reeves isn't happy. Emmitt is. So are the Cowboys as they win it by the final of 35-0. Emmitt goes for 163 yards in his last 5 games against the Giants. 152 carries, 820 yards and 10 touchdowns. The first time the Cowboys have ever shut out the New York Giants. The Cowboys have won 7 of 9 over the G-Men. We've just received a medical update. Kevin Smith has a strained Achilles tendon. An MRI will take place on Tuesday. We will check in with Leslie Visser. We'll hear from the winners from Giant Stadium coming up momentarily.
Meanwhile, how bloody was the first weekend of the NFL action? 5 guys hurt yesterday. 5 quarterback guys, that is, ranging from guys who popped right back up like Mike Tomczak of the Steelers to guys who did not, like Neil O'Donnell of the Steelers. In short, on the NFL's first re-examination Monday of 1995, there were no good surprises health-wise or Heath-wise. Heath Schuler, that is, one of the quarterbacks who fell against the Cards' Clyde Simmons and against the Turf. It is a grade 1 sprain of his right shoulder. He gets a grade 1. Congratulations, Heath. He's out 2-4 weeks, and thanks to your teammates for hitting you on the shoulder as he walks off. In Denver, the lineman Michael Dean Perry was held on this play by Reuben Brown. As a result of the hold and the ferocity, there was a partially torn knee ligament. Now, this one is not even close to being definitive. 3 to 12 weeks he's out. Seattle, in his first game with the Seahawks, Ricky Prohl makes the catch and breaks the fibula, the right fibula. He's out 2 months. That would be 8 weeks. And one more in Chicago, the Bears fullback Raymond Harris. He caught a pass and caught his collarbone, broke it, falling out of bounds. He's out 2 to 3 months. In Jacksonville, James Stewart did not say this is a wonderful life in the NFL. Hit by a host of Oilers in his first pro game, sprained his shoulder. He's listed as day-to-day. It feels worse. Also from that game, the Oilers QB Chris Chandler got a bruised shoulder, aggravated it on that throw, but is expected to practice on Wednesday, so no Air McNair, not yet anyway. Also, Raiders tackle Gerald Perry broke his forearm and is out indefinitely. Steve Lofton.
The Dallas Cowboys have defeated the New York Giants at home on Phil Simms night, 35-0, from one quarterback who had his jersey retired to another quarterback standing by with Leslie Visser. Leslie?
Dan, that is true. It was the Giants' worst loss since 1980, and people are wondering, are the Cowboys that good or are the Giants that bad, Troy?
Well, I think the Giants have an outstanding football team. I really do. I think they're an improved team from what they were a year ago. We came in tonight and we're ready to play. We prepared well leading up to this ball game and we executed well. So I think they're a much better team than what they showed tonight.
Did you just feel you were able, I mean, more than 100 yards for Michael Irvin, almost 100 for Jay Novacek, 163, I think, for Emmitt. Did you feel you could just look anywhere?
Well, we got into a groove to where we were pretty much able to do what we wanted. We were able to throw the football, and I had time to throw the ball. Guys were getting open, and then the guys up front, the offensive line, did a fantastic job for us in giving some holes down it. And that's where it all started, was up front in the offensive line. It was good to have Eric back, and the guys did a great job.
Do you think maybe you're a better team than last year?
Well, I think we're a better team, not necessarily because of talent. I think we're a better football team because the team has come together. And last year there was so much uncertainty surrounding this football team and a lot of controversy and changes and a lot of things that we had to try to overcome. This year we've put all that behind us and we go into the season looking forward to what's laid in store for us. And you come into this opening ball game and you don't really know what kind of team you're going to have, and this was a good start for us.
You made it look easy tonight. Thanks, Troy.
Thanks, Leslie.
Thanks a lot. Back to you, Dan.
Well, I'll take it, Leslie. Thanks very much. We'll get back to you later on.
Great.
In baseball, 3 years ago, he hit .290 in